Hey everybody, how you all doing? I thought I'd do a different kind of video for today. I'm going to be showing some Rare Beatles CDs after I was inspired to make a video after I watched MeanMrMayo's video where he showed Rare Beatles CDs. After watching that, I thought I go through the Rare Beatles CDs we have. So I hope you enjoy seeing these CDs, and let's go through these. I'm gonna go through these as quick as I can. I'm just gonna provide a brief description about every CD, so enjoy. And here we go. First one here is the Beatles Hollywood Bowl, August 23rd and August 30th, 1965. Says that it's a 2-disc set, but it only has disc 1. It only has disc 1, which are the August 64 and the August 30th shows. Here's the Yellow Dog release. And here's a CD of the 1964 concert. This CD's made by a guy who's no longer operation right now. He's officially retired from making Beatles CDs here. Dr. Abbott's. He made this to look like the original Capitol album, and the sound quality is superb on here, even though Ringo's drums are mixed low. And I think they're bought up on the new reissue of the Live at the Hollywood Bowl CD, which was released in around the time of the 8 Days a Week film by Ron Howard. This one's also by Dr. Abbott's. This is Live at the Hollywood Bowl again, 1965 concert. At some point, I'm gonna make a video showing all the Dr. Abbott CDs that I bought, but I'm not gonna do it for this video. It's gonna be at a later time. All right, have some German bootleg CDs here. This is Rubber Soul. This is a Pirate of the Mono album. This was way before the 2009 remasters, and it has these songs here added as bonus tracks. And we have 20 alternate white album mixes. I bought these at the Fest for Beatles fans. Back then, it was originally known as Beatle Fest. Has a 20. It's a nice compilation of 20 songs, different mixes, and outtakes of songs from the White Album. Has a bunch of mono mixes, which are different from the ones that ended up on the UK mono album. And it has the demo version of While My Guitar Gently Weeps, which doesn't loop, it ends code. And then you hear George say, "Let's hear that back." That version hasn't been released. The one that loops, that's officially released on Anthology 3. This is another German bootleg CD. I also got this at the Fest for Beatles fans. Back then, like I said, it was known as Beatle Fest. Has some nice oddities on here. Has on bonus tracks, it has these songs on here. And it has some nice oddities. This is a mono version of the Yellow Submarine song track album that the bootleggers assembled here. Has some oddities here, like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, with first verse sung by Boob, the actor who did the voice of Boob, sang the first verse, but that didn't make it in the film. And you have All You Need Is Love, which doesn't fade out, but it ends abruptly. And then you have a complete version. You have a complete version of It's All Too Much with the lost verse. The lost verse was in the film at the end, but it wasn't officially released. And here are the bonus tracks here. Has Remix 11 of Tomorrow Never Knows and Penny Lane with different horn arrangement. And it has Take 26 of Strawberry Fields Forever. And an early psychedelic mix of Across the Universe. Nice. It has some nice oddities on it. And this one is called the edit versions of MeanMrMayo. This As you can see, this cover is a replica of the Alpha Omega set. But this one's a collection of mono songs. It's a random collection of mono songs taken from all sorts of releases of the Beatles albums. So yeah, it's got some oddities on it. Okay, next I have Songs for Eleanor. This is a collection of help alternates and outtakes. It's really nice. Song list here. 2 CDs. And what I enjoyed the most on here was hearing outtakes of Help, Yes It Is, and That Means a Lot. There's 12 takes of Help, 10 takes of Yes It Is, and 5 takes of That Means a Lot. And I have another Help bootleg CD here. I bought this at the Beatle Fest. Back then it was known as Beatle Fest. And here's the details here. It's got the original mono and stereo mixes of the album. This is way before 2009 remasters. On disc 2 you have some outtakes, some film versions, and it also has 13 takes of Help and 14 takes of Yes It Is. And this is another Dr. Abbott CD here. This is the mono song track. It also has the same oddities that I discussed. And you have another Dr. Abbott CD here. Last Live Licks, the Rooftop concert. And the sound quality is superb on this. And I have 2 versions of the Decca Audition by Dr. Abbott's. This is the one based on on how Apple would release the album. And he also made one where it's based on how Decca Records would have released the album, and that's my stick. That's the number there. All right. Okay, going to go through a bunch of other CDs here. Okay, I'm going to go through the Beatles CDs here. Here's a bootleg of the Beatles live in Paris, June 20th, 1965 on Bulldog Records. Has both the afternoon and evening concerts. Bootleg released by Yellow Dog. It's called Acetates. And these are the songs that are on here. It's got demos. The Beatles Sessions album has a Sessions album. It's a bootleg. And we got some CDs here that we acquired from Joe Johnson, who hosts the Beatle Brunch. We are listeners of the Beatle Brunch. This is Ed Rudy with this is titled Ed Rudy with New U.S. Tour. This is this is a documentary produced for a radio program. Have another Ed Rudy CD here, news documentary, also bought from Joe Johnson. We have a CD that's signed by Louise Harrison. It's called All About the Beatles, answered by Louise Harrison, George Harrison's sister. That's her signature. Then we have the Beatles Live in Australia 2 CD set. This is from the Beatles' 1964 visit to Australia. Sadly, the only time they ever visited the country. Double disc set. Then you have Beatles at the Beeb 12. BBC tracks on Pyramid. Pyramid is a bootleg label. Another Yellow Dog release here. The Let It Be Rehearsals, Volume 1. Complete rooftop concert. The first half of it is a rooftop concert, while the rest of it are tracks from the Let It Be rehearsals. And you have Beatles at the Beeb on Pyramid. It's got BBC tracks here. And then we have a nice bootleg CD here. This is the 1968 demos. This is the Esher demos, the Esher Kin Funds demos. And this is nice too. I wanna show the packaging of this. It's really nice. Here's a CD here. And there's a fold out here of the booklet. And this is a nice collection of Esher demos. This doesn't have all the songs. The first half of it are the Esher demos, but the last half of it are various John Lennon demos from most of 1968. You know, it has these are the John. This is the songs that are on here. This is not all the Esher demos. I have a complete set of the Esher demos on my iPod. Okay. Next we have alternates of Free as a Bird. The first half of it are these piano demos for Free as a Bird and Real Love. And it has a couple of acoustic demos for Real Love. And the rest of it are songs. You know, it's just John fooling around and warming up during the Double Fantasy sessions. It also has some songs from Double Fantasy. Next we have two versions on CD. And we have a nice John Lennon interview CD here called In His Life. Has two tracks on here. It has two interview tracks. It has John and Yoko, highlights from the Montreal bed-in, and it has the famous Dennis Elsey's show, where John plays the DJ. It's really cool. And then we also have a Toot and a Snore. I remember my father playing this on the stereo, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" But this is nice to have. This is like the only time that John and Paul reunited to make a recording. But it's just them fooling around. You know, nothing special here, but still nice to have. Then we have Last Night in Hamburg. We bought this at Best Buy a long time ago. Okay, we have I'm going to show the Unsurpassed Masters CDs here. Volume 1 has that's the song list there. Has outtakes. Alright, here we go. Unsurpassed Masters Volume 2, 64-65. Unsurpassed Masters Volume 3. Unsurpassed Masters Volume 4, 1968. Volume 3 is from 66 to 67, by the way. There's a song list. We don't have Unsurpassed Masters Volume 5. That one's from 1969. I'm going to have to look for it eventually. Here's Volume 6. And here's Volume 7. Okay, next thing we have is Stars of 63. I have the vinyl of this in my collection. This is the Beatles' Swedish radio appearance. Really, really good performance. One of my all-time favorite live performances of the Beatles. That needs, the whole thing needs to be released, even though some of it's on the anthology, but the whole thing needs to be released at once. Next, we have another Yellow Dog release, the Beatles Control Room Monitor Mixes, Unsurpassed Outtakes. Interesting, but the quality is terrible. Not it's just interesting to hear these Control Room Monitor mixes, but it's not something I would pop on, really. But you know, still nice to have as a collector. Now on to another Yellow Dog release, the Beatles Ultimate Live Collection, Volume 1. It has the Beatles concerts, the Beatles shows from Indianapolis in 1964, the afternoon show, and then the Sam Houston Coliseum in Houston, Texas. And then disc 2 has the Beatles in Philadelphia in 1964, and then the evening performance in Houston, the same show. Alright, I'm going to close out with Ultra Rare Track CDs. Here's Volume 1 on Swingin' Pig. Volume 2, Swingin' Pig. Volume 3. Volume 4. Volume 5. And last but not least, Volume 6. Alright, that wraps up this Rare Beatles CDs video. I hope you enjoy this different kind of video that's different from my usual vinyl update videos. I'm gonna want to post a variety on this channel. I don't want to keep posting vinyl updates and say, oh, I got this rare album for a great deal. I mean, I'm still going to continue posting vinyl updates, but I want to post a variety on here, variety of videos, like showing a book collection, Beatles book collection, and Beatles souvenirs, and DVDs, and Blu-ray, and Laserdisc, all sorts of Beatle-y things, just so I can keep fans of the Beatles who are subscribed to my channel entertained. You know, I like to entertain people with finds, you know, with finds and Beatle-y things that I could find in this house. So, alright, that wraps up this video. Thank you very much for watching. Talk to you all later. Take care. Here's a Rare Beatles CD, a bootleg that I forgot to show. This is the live Beatles. This is the Candlestick Park concert, their final concert as the Beatles.